For years, the British have oppressed us, and the intolerable acts have made it impossible to live in Massachusetts. So now, we shall declare independence.
Freeze! Haha, there I am. Hey guys, what's up? I'm sure you're wondering who that dude is in the video. Well, that's me, Steve West, co-signer of the Declaration of Independence. Unfortunately, I don't get credit for it because I was late to the signing, but we'll get to that later. I'm here to talk a little bit about the American Revolution. I mean, someone just came up to me the other day and said, "Steve, what's the main catalyst for the American Revolution?" And I said to myself, "It's a great question, but I really don't have an answer." So I talked to my friend Liam, and we wanted to present you this along with live footage of the signing of the Declaration. Enjoy. In the final decades of the 18th century, no one would have believed that America was on the verge of forming into one of the largest dominant nations in the world. Many are aware that the American Revolution is what led to America's independence from Great Britain. However, very few are informed about the actual event that served as the turning point in the pre-Revolutionary War colonies. Most scholars would argue that the Boston Tea Party is what began the war. But what really got people raging were the Intolerable Acts that were formed by British Parliament as means of getting revenge on disobeying Massachusetts colonists. The Intolerable Acts consist of a few acts that were considered to be the last straw for fed up and oppressed citizens of the colonies. These new acts imposed by Parliament included the Coercive Acts, the Administration of Justice Act, Massachusetts Government Act, the Quartering Act, and the Quebec Act. As soon as the acts were enforced, Boston Harbor was closed to all traffic except British ships. This was a direct punishment towards those who were involved in the Boston Tea Party. Also, British soldiers were now to be tried in Britain instead of the colonies, making British above the colonial law. British officials were then put in charge of local government, and many of the colonists' rights, such as the right to assemble, were taken away as an immediate effect. Colonists were also now forced to provide housing and food to the British soldiers if necessary, no matter what the circumstance. And if they didn't, they would be shot. Perhaps the biggest loss for Massachusetts was the giving back of the land to Canada that had been previously claimed by Massachusetts, Virginia, and Connecticut in the Ohio Valley. Each of these acts formed the Intolerable Acts and were put in place in order to oppress the colonists even more, ultimately pushing them over the edge. The Intolerable Acts might have been successful in oppressing the colonists, but it was also successful in jump-starting the American Revolution, leading to the independence of the United States of America. Hey, there I am again, haha. Well, I hope that answered your question on what the major catalyst for the American Revolution is. Now, let's take a step back and go to the time when I was on my way to sign the Declaration of Independence. A proud moment in my life, if you ask me. Haha, let's take a look.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, sure. One second. Let me just check my phone.
It's 3:10.
Oh, matter of fact, the Declaration of Independence is going to be signed in 5 minutes.
Oh, God, I'm going to be late again!
What?
Good luck.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Mr. Adams.
Good evening. Good evening. Will the Declaration commence?
Where is that Mr. West?
He's always late. Pity.
For the Declaration! For freedom, liberty, and justice for all!
Oh, it's about time, Mr. West.
Come on. Sorry, guys. Sorry I'm late again. Where do I sign? Where do I sign? Here.
Beautiful. Amazing. Good job. You done it. Independence.
Cause it's a bit